Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful is going back to basics as the summer comes to an end. There's going to be lots of drama and rollout with the stories that are happening right now. But we're also really trying to center the show and get our focus on our couples and our families, and maybe take a little breather from some of the really high dramatic stuff that's been going on, says co-head writer Michael Minnis of What to Expect this fall. That shift doesn't mean less impact, it means a stronger focus on the heart of the soap. Brad Bell, executive producer and head writer, and I always feel the show's at its best when we're touching our audience, moving them, when it's uplifting stories, when the audience is tuning in to see the characters and families they love, and we want to get back to a little more of that, Minnis adds. The soap recently moved its studio from Television City to Sunset Las Palmas Studios, which has opened up a slew of storytelling possibilities for the writers. For us, it's like a playground, enthuses Minnis. Instead of 8 sets, we've got many more, and that is liberating. It certainly gives us more freedom when we're constructing shows. They're the same sets, but they've been spruced up, and it looks better. In the first show from the new studio, I believe they're able to go from one set to the next in a continuous shot, like in a film. I think you're going to see an appreciable difference, and it's going to elevate the production values of the show. The expanded studio space is also paving the way for a renewed emphasis on the show's fashion roots. While some staple locations, like the Spencer office and the Forrester showroom, will remain standing, they'll be used in more dynamic ways. The showroom set is going to be up all the time, so we can have more fashion instead of just being in an office, Minnis explains. Our players can be in the showroom, and there can be a model or two on the runway, and they can be critiquing things, and that works nicely as we're investing more in fashion in the show. Maybe Hope's Logan, Annika Noel, line will come back. Brad has been talking about getting back to a 2-fashion house framework for the show, just like when it was Spectra versus Forrester for so long, and I think people really enjoy that. Related. That's going to get complicated. What Luna did was pretty awful. We are not condoning it in the least. It's going to help unite the Spencer family. Bill and Katie are going to come together to support their son, and maybe through this, they'll find what they shared in the past, and that connection as a couple. It's going to have other consequences, and of course, it's going to put a strain on Will and Elektra, and have ramifications on their relationship. Will they be able to overcome it? And will Luna finally pay the consequences for what she's done? Lai has some explaining to do when it all hits the fan, and Lai and Sheila ultimately are going to be confidants to one another as Luna's grandmothers, who have invested a lot in Luna and are going to be concerned about her. It might impact Sheila's relationship with Deacon, given how Deacon feels about Luna, because right now, Sheila knows Luna's alive, and she hasn't told Deacon that. If Sheila starts to be a little concerned about her relationship with Deacon, she has a sympathetic ear in Lai. We all know from our personal lives that when you have a life-changing experience, it really alters the way you look at the world. Right now, Liam is focused on Hope and Beth, Jordan, Lynn, Ariza, and the family that they had and the life that they could have, which will be interesting for Hope and Carter. Liam is really going to passionately commit to Hope that he's a one-woman man, and Hope will be conflicted. At the same time, Carter wants to marry Hope, and how will that turn out? Daphne Rose will be back, and will she be there for Carter? We'll have to wait and see. Ridge and Taylor's relationship is going to be tested, and that might send Taylor off into new directions, with perhaps someone else that hopefully the fans will embrace. She comes back, and she has missed a lot. She's concerned about her mom and what happened with Ridge, so she's serving as a caring, supportive daughter. She has to catch up on the whole Luna situation and everything that's happened there. Steffy and Finn are happy and together, so they don't have any trials or tribulations facing them as a couple at the moment. As a Logan sister and as Katie's sister, she will be concerned and play a bit of a role in what's happened to her nephew, Will. Eric's at Forrester working with Ridge and will be certainly a part of the fashion story to come. The Bold and the Beautiful Fall 2025 preview. Steffy returns, Liam Hope. Carter Triangle and Morthy upcoming fall season of The Bold and the Beautiful promises a whirlwind of drama, emotion, and jaw-dropping revelations that will keep viewers glued to their screens as familiar faces return, new tensions ignite, and some of the most tangled relationships in Los Angeles reach breaking points. The season is shaping up to be a perfect storm of romance, rivalry, and family turmoil, showcasing the very essence of what has made the show an enduring fan favorite for decades. At the center of the excitement is the much-anticipated return of Steffy Forrester. After months of off-screen time, which fans have speculated endlessly about, Steffy steps back into Los Angeles with a renewed sense of purpose, confidence, and determination. Her return is not just a homecoming, it's a reclamation of her identity, her family's legacy, and her own place in the intricate power dynamics of Forrester Creations. From the very moment she walks through the doors, tension is palpable. Ridge, ever protective of his daughter, feels a mix of relief and apprehension, knowing the challenges Steffy will face as she reintegrates into the family and company she helped build. Finn, her husband, is equally conflicted, overjoyed to have Steffy back yet wary of the emotional baggage she carries and the potential for chaos now that she's back in the orbit of her longtime rivals. Hope Logan, meanwhile, is embarking on her own bold path. Having faced heartbreaks, betrayals, and numerous obstacles in both her personal and professional life, Hope has grown into a woman who is unapologetically taking control of her future. This fall, she makes a daring move professionally, aiming to redefine her fashion empire while asserting her independence within Forrester Creations. Her ambitions, however, are destined to intersect with the very people who challenge and test her most: Steffy, Ridge, and her own complicated love interests. The love triangle involving Hope, Liam, and Carter returns to center stage, with tension ratcheting up to unprecedented levels. Liam, having navigated complex feelings over the past seasons, finds himself drawn back to Hope in ways he cannot ignore. Carter, the ever-loyal friend and confidant, becomes an unexpected player in this triangle, his presence adding emotional and romantic complications that threaten to unravel relationships carefully maintained for years. The dynamic between the three characters will push boundaries, force confessions, and ignite emotions ranging from jealousy to desire, loyalty to betrayal, and love to obsession. While viewers anticipate these romantic fireworks, the season will also explore the shadow of Sheila Carter. Although presumed gone, Sheila's presence is never far from the lives of Steffy, Finn, and those closest to them. Rumors and subtle hints throughout the fall suggest that Sheila may be orchestrating unseen chaos from the sidelines, setting up what could be a truly dramatic return that throws all the central characters into a crisis of trust and survival. The tension is heightened by Deke Sharp, whose own redemption arc will take center stage. After previous mistakes and his complicated past with Sheila, Deke attempts to prove he has changed, but whispers of hidden secrets and past indiscretions threaten to undermine his efforts. His relationship with Hope, in particular, becomes a delicate balancing act as he navigates the fine line between protection, honesty, and redemption. Forrester Creations itself becomes a battlefield as business ambitions collide with family loyalty and personal vendettas. Hope's bold initiatives clash with Steffy's strategic leadership, Ridge's desire to maintain company stability, and Eric's ultimate vision for the legacy he has spent a lifetime building. Insider reports suggest that new investors, potential acquisitions, and international partnerships add layers of intrigue, forcing characters to make morally complex decisions that test both their integrity and their relationships. On the romantic front, unexpected alliances and rekindled passions abound. Hope finds herself challenged not only by Liam and Carter, but also by her own need for personal growth. Liam, struggling with unresolved feelings, is forced to confront his true desires and the consequences of past choices. Carter, loyal yet increasingly conflicted, navigates uncharted emotional territory as he becomes more deeply entangled in Hope's world than ever before. Steffy and Finn face trials of their own, as Finn's dedication to uncovering the truth about Sheila and other looming threats strains their relationship. The couple's love, once seemingly unshakable, is tested by external pressures and internal insecurities. Every choice has consequences, and the stakes are higher than ever as the characters confront questions of trust, loyalty, and destiny. The supporting cast also plays a crucial role this fall. Brooke Logan, always a force of influence.